And we're back. Wwe here. Here to talk about WWE Backlash 2020. Some spoilers for you fucks. We'll start out with, to me, what's crazy is that the wrestling fans know WWE keeps hyping Randy Orton versus Edge as the greatest wrestling match ever, which we talked about it off air. Nothing against Randy Orton or Edge. Nothing at all. However, it's very tough for me to say that this is going to be the greatest wrestling match ever when, one, these fools are older, especially Edge. They're in great shape. But when you think of like the real good technical wrestlers of the past however many years, you think of like the Shawn Michaels of the world, the Bret Harts, the fucking Triple H's, the AJ Styles, The Rock, even
John Cena.
John Cena. Fucking Santino.
Santino Marella.
Yeah. See, we're fucking off a little bit, but
Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See, we're gonna have to restart this shit. yeah. But fucking okay. So back to Edge and Randy Orton.
The Hurricane.
Oh my god. All right. So Edge and Randy Orton. The spoilers have Randy Orton going over because Edge beat him at the real boring match at WrestleMania. They have Randy Orton. He's going over. He's going to cheat to win in Randy Orton fashion. They're saying he might bring back the punt in order to win, but somehow he's going to cheat and he's going to win. Again, I'm curious how they're going to do this. I hope it's not another boring match like it was at WrestleMania. A lot of people agreed on that shit. But yeah, so Randy Orton's going over. The main event, which I think is going to... Well, they're either going to have Braun Strowman headline or they're going to have this one, which is Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre, which unless you're going to have The Fiend come out, which they're saying he is going to come out, I would have McIntyre and Lashley. So this is for the WWE Championship. Up until a couple days ago, all the dirt sheets, all the rumors were saying McIntyre is going to go over. This is just a filler pay-per-view, which it kind of is a filler pay-per-view. Till they have Brock come back, or they're just going to keep building McIntyre because he's been doing a pretty good job. Me as a fan, however, McIntyre is great, but I take Bobby Lashley a lot more serious, and I might be in the small crowd to think that people, they liked McIntyre. Bobby Lashley was around when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's still big as fuck, bro. Massive. The same shit. Yeah. Fucking huge. So what we're hearing these past couple days is that Lashley might actually go over, and the reason for that is they want to do a huge match of Brock versus Lashley for the title at SummerSlam. They're basically going to treat SummerSlam this year like WrestleMania. Yeah. You know what I mean?
The crowd
and all that shit. And what did we just talk about? What's more marketable, McIntyre versus Brock or Lashley versus Brock?
Lashley versus Brock.
Even guys that don't watch wrestling. Yeah. Oh, I know Bobby Lashley. Yeah, I remember that big fuck.
Former MMA fighter.
For Bellator. Yeah. So it's more marketable. Yeah. It's more marketable. That's definitely all it is. Yeah. It's almost like how that Goldberg thing happened a couple months ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's just more marketable. And I would honestly like it, bro. I like Lashley. People hate on him. I don't know why. I like that fool. He's tight. Long time overdue. Give him the fucking belt, even if he has to cheat. So what they're saying is MVP is going to get involved because MVP is Bobby Lashley's manager now. Yeah. He'll get involved. He's going to somehow screw over McIntyre. McIntyre might end up doing his Claymore kick to MVP, and then Lashley will do the Dominator. He'll bring it back, or he's been doing the fucking the Full Nelson, formerly known as the Master Lock.
Master Lock.
Yeah. So I just based off what's going on, I have Lashley going over, winning the belt, setting up for then having him defend it and continue his reign at Extreme Rules next month, and then so Lashley will be built up hard, then have him go against Brock in this big ass match at SummerSlam, which I think is great. Good. People are shitting on the idea of that. I like the idea. Fuck them. Fuck you guys. So Lashley's going over. Next one, this is a filler match. This is Braun Strowman against John Morrison and The Miz. So it's a handicap match for the championship. they're not going to give the championship to The Miz and Morrison. This is the easiest match to call. I don't have to look at the spoilers to know that shit. But what they're saying, so there's a few spoilers going on. Is what they're saying is, yes, Strowman's going to win. He's going to beat The Miz or Morrison, one of them. And then the Fiend's going to come out, fuck up Braun Strowman, do his move and mandible claw or whatever, fuck him up. And the other spoiler coming out, which is kind of crazy, I'm not sure how I feel about it because I want to see the Fiend and Strowman go at it, next month or the month after. They have Otis, who won Money in the Bank, come and pin fucking Braun Strowman and win the championship, which would be a huge swerve. I like Otis. He's entertaining as fuck. Yeah. Funny and shit, yes. But it's when I read that, I was like, holy shit. I had a double take. I'm like, holy fuck. So that's what's currently slated right now. And keep in mind, this pay-per-view, it happened already. They filmed it weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, but they haven't shown it yet. There's not a lot of spoilers out there, but we have a source. And we've been right a lot of fucking times. But what happens is I think these fucks, they're filming 2 finishes. We talked about it before. Yeah. So if people see, there's spoilers out. Let's do the other finish. Yeah. And fuck it, good for them. Whatever the fuck you guys want to do. But just keep it how it is right now, so we'll be right. You fucks. Make us look good, you fuckers. So that's the spoilers right now for that. As far as the women's Raw Women's Championship, you have Asuka against fucking Nia Jax, and they straight up they have Asuka going over. Nia Jax, they made her look like a credible force a bunch of times. They have Asuka going over. Then you have fucking Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. What they've been doing is they've been bringing up Jeff Hardy's past a lot, talking about his DUIs and all that shit, like kind of mixing reality into it. Making Jeff Hardy look bad. I don't know why they're doing that, just to make, like I said, make it look more real. But they have Sheamus going over, so fuck it, good for Sheamus. Then you have a triple threat match for the women's tag team championships. Sasha, Bailey, the Iconics, and then Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. And they have Banks and Bailey going over. They just won the belts again. They want them to keep having the belts until SummerSlam is what they have it as. And then you have fucking Apollo Crews and fucking Andrade. And again, right here they have Apollo Crews going over. He also just won the belt. They want to keep building him up. For some reason, they gave up on him a while back, and now they're bringing him back. They're all in on him again. Which, fuck it, good for Apollo Crews. So, but it's at the expense of Andrade, so Andrade's gonna lose. But yeah, it should be a good. It's a filler pay-per-view. I'm looking forward, if anything, to the Bobby Lashley McIntyre match to see if they actually put the belt on Lashley. Yeah. That would be fucking awesome if they did. And like I said, if you don't agree with us, then fuck you, motherfucker. But we'll see. Hopefully it's not just a filler pay-per-view. Hopefully it's fun. And hope that Randy Orton Edge match lives up to the hype. Yeah. Because that's saying the greatest wrestling match ever is a bold fucking statement. It's a whole super bold statement. Yep. So I don't know. We'll be watching though. Web hair.